I will be making Yorkshire pudding from Gordon Ramsay's Great British Pub Food by Gordon Ramsay, published in 2009. This recipe is the first in a playlist I'm making on simple recipes anyone can make to feed their family quickly and usually without a huge price tag. If that interests you, check out the Stupid Easy 5-star home cook playlist. This was actually the first recipe I made from this book because, as an American, Yorkshire pudding is something I had heard about many times but had never actually seen or eaten before. Honestly, I didn't really know what it was, but it's a nice savory pastry that's usually served with roasts or other pub food and often has some sort of gravy poured on top, although they're quite good on their own without the gravy as well. Gordon Ramsay is the celebrity chef that really got me into exploring more exotic cuisine as well as fine dining and Michelin star dining, that level of dining that is. So I have a lot of his books in my library. This book, however, was only published in the UK as far as I can tell, and it's definitely not a first book to buy from a Gordon Ramsay book. There's many others like Cooking for Friends that would be more accessible, particularly to an American audience, but probably other countries as well. But this has a lot of classic British pub food recipes in it, things that you've heard of, but you've probably never eaten before. It has eel pie in there, which is, almost kind of running gag in a lot of ways in America anyway. But yeah, it's a good book. It's also somewhat difficult to get into because it does have a lot of ingredients that are much more common in the UK than elsewhere, like castor sugar and specific kinds of cheese and other things like that may be difficult to source. And it sometimes uses British terminology for some ingredients that you just may need to Google them to see what it is, and we just call it something different. But the recipes are good, and the recipes are quality, and this is a good book to have if you love British pub food. So with all that being said, with those caveats, this could be a buy for you if that's what interests you, but it also might be a pass if all of that sounds like that's just a pain in the ass. So with all that being said, we're going to hop into the ingredients list in the kitchen here. Here is the setup for our Yorkshire puddings today. We have flour, milk, beef fat, and a couple of eggs, and that is it. This is a very easy recipe to put together. The one sort of piece of specialized equipment you'll need is some ramekins like this that can house our Yorkshire puddings while we put them in the oven. So, all right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So, like I said, this is going to be a real quick and easy recipe here. So we're just going to mix all of our ingredients except for the beef fat together. Go ahead and put the milk in. And we'll put our eggs in. While we're doing this, you can go ahead and preheat your oven to about 390, it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit, so 200 degrees Celsius, so 390, 395 Fahrenheit. And literally we're just gonna mix all of this together, and this case, you do actually wanna beat this really hard and get this mixture really blended really well. You want it nice and smooth, so go as hard as you can on getting this almost like, it looks like the same consistency as like a pancake batter almost. Okay, and believe it or not, that's all there is to this step. So, but you want to keep this cold, so we're going to put cling wrap over the top of this, and we're going to put this in the refrigerator until we're ready to use it. So we want this batter to stay nice and cold. So, all right, I will see you at the next step. Okay, step number 2 is also really easy. We're just going to get a little bit of this beef fat, and we're just going to spoon a little bit in to each tin here. And then that's it. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put these in the oven for about 5 minutes at the most, just to get them hot and get this fat liquefied, and then I will see you at the stove/oven for the next step. All right, we've got our hot ramekins with melted fat inside of them, and now we are going to pour the batter in. Okay. And that's really all there is to it. Now they're going to go into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'll show you the result when they come out. All right, and here is our Yorkshire pudding, fresh out of the oven. I just took it out, and look at how beautiful that came out. So you can make this, anybody can make this, if you're a kid, if you're a teenager, if you just want to make something, a sort of fancy ish for American cuisine anyway, side dish to go with just about any protein or anything, you can make Yorkshire puddings. So if you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.